Hello, okay. Sorry for that. We are back. And now I think the audio is working. I don't know what happens there, but I can see my audio control flashing. So things should be working at the moment. Alright, so today we have one set of games. Katja Kean versus Monster Truck, Zerg versus Protoss. Katja Kean had some very impressive records in our previous seasons of our Nice Micro Leauge, and the Monster Truck is his first time playing as a Protoss, and does much better than how we did with Zerg and Random in the semifinals. So we are in the semifinals here. In this round, we have one more game left. Kobe versus OK Shercher. They both, I guess OK Shercher had or was busy previously, and when he became not busy, then Kobe became busy. So their game will be played maybe 2 weeks later. So we still don't know who the opponents of Dorage and Nice Micro Leauge will be, but that will, not matter in terms of like other games. So we will have games from round 8 in the meantime while we're waiting for that. The only thing I don't want is I don't want the finals and the third place match to be before like these games. So grand finals will have Jim Raynor, who beat Kestrel in a very narrow 4-3 game. So Kestrel is going to the bronze match, and we are going to have Katja Kean and Monster Truck. The winner goes to the grand finals. And I looked it up because for these rankings, these points, which you can see here, Katja Kean has 1,299 and Monster Truck has 1,175. So this is based on the ELO ranking system that is used in chess, and I basically implemented what is in Wikipedia. So here we have a difference of about 125. That's exactly 124, I guess, if my maths is correct. And I guess plus minus 72 in a difference would mean like a 6-4 chance to win for the higher ranking player, and 149 difference would mean 7-3. So based on that, we could make the prediction that this should be, just based on the scores, 4-2 victory on Katja Kean's side here, which would be nice to have at least a 4-2. And of course, something along those lines would be my personal prediction based on vibes. Also, like Katja is a very good player, very high technical skills, but Monster Truck also has some very aggressive style, which is not something that maybe Katja is well prepared against. But we will see, and we will go into the first game. Aztec here. Oh, yeah, we can see that Katja is very good versus Protoss. He did not play versus Protoss in this season, but he played 10 times before, 8 victories and only 2 losses. While Monster Truck's record versus Zerg is a bit more balanced, 5-4. The map Aztec is also very balanced in the history of Nice Micro Leauge. It's 4-5 for Zerg versus Protoss. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Let's see how these two players started up their best of 7 here. So as you can see, because they banned 2 different maps, if it goes to game 7, Aztec will be the map on game 7 also. So whoever does better on this map, that is going to mean some kind of advantage there. All right, that's it for the introduction, and let's get into the first game on Aztec. Semifinals, Katja versus Monster Truck. Let's go. Alright, so Katja starts the game from the top 12 o'clock position, and Monster Truck is in the bottom left, or like, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock, not 10 o'clock, definitely not 10 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock position. And the Overlord is going in the correct direction. I guess this is where the natural is, so the Overlord is going towards the natural there. And Monster Truck is going to place the first pylon on the elevated terrain, which is, of course, very much like a natural thing to do as a Protoss player. To get your first pylon in the natural, you want to make sure that you can get the 2 bases. You don't want to play 1 base versus Zerg at all. So it is a very quick spawning pool, and I guess an overpool, because we already have the Overlord. And what? Oh no, we don't have the Overlord yet. This is a simple 9 pool. I don't know what I was looking at. But Monster Truck is in the wrong direction, and he started with a Forge. Okay, so he is not doing a gateway build, which is surprising. I guess Monster Truck has been playing very aggressively in the previous games of this season, and now he is playing this more classical, more defensive kind of Protoss versus Zerg opener, and this will work out well now. By the time these 2 Zerglings get there, of course, the photon cannon will be finished, and Katja does not even bother getting more lings, because he already forced the Protoss to get get the cannon. So he doesn't really, like, if he bought 3 more or like 4 more lings, that wouldn't matter. It's better to go for the economy, and the probe will be able to sneak into the base here. And the Overlord was in cannon range, so Monster Truck does not need to put down the second cannon, seeing that there are only 2 lings and the expansion has been started, so he can just put down the Nexus at 12. What? He puts down a pylon instead. Okay. Second pylon at the natural. The second pylon usually you put in the main and start getting the tech buildings over there. No, why is he sending his scouting probe home? I don't know. Now Katja is just droning and going for a very quick 3 base opener. Now Monster Truck will have the minerals for a Nexus. What? He does a secret 2-gateway opener. Okay. So, I guess he is pivoting to the aggressive style now. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually very smart. So, Katja saw that it's a pylon, or it's a forge expand, and so he just put down 3 hatcheries. He is not going forward with teching up. He is basically macroing. I guess Hydraulics then has started. But actually, our Protoss player did not put down an Axis. He put down 2 gateways. And the Zerg is none the wiser. Now, we have one drone or probe here that is not working. So the question is, will he be able to purchase enough... Oh, did this probe get stuck there? Will he be able to purchase enough zealots to do something offensively with them? Because now the Hydralisks can be started. There are no Hydralisks being built, but Hydralisk speed is already being upgraded. So this probe is not mining gas. Anyways, question is there going to be any tech buildings here from Monster Truck? Is he going to try to get a cybernetics core and zealot speed? Or are we just going for the +1? The +1 will finish quite late. And this Overlord, I think the Zerg still did not see that it's still one base. I don't know if you can figure that out from the probe situation. And you have 24 probes on a single base. That's interesting. And now we have 2 zealots hidden, 3 zealots out. We have 5 links up there, and now I guess still no hydralisks being made. But the hydro speed is finished at this point. Creep colony started. Okay, so he saw the zealots moving out. So this is 6 zealots. And there will be a sunken by the time they get there, and a few hydralisks. Okay, so he is putting more sunken. So this is good for the Protoss, is forcing the Zerg to get Zerglings, to get static D. Okay, so this is actually very good setup here from Katja. We have the sunken colony, the Lings, the Hydralisks. Okay, but now that the Hydralisks are ahead, that is not good. Okay, this defensive setup got ruined here by the Zerglings going back. But now the Zealots are surrounded. They try to sneak into the main base, which is fine. There are enough Zerglings here. Question is, will the Protoss be able to destroy a significant amount of drones, or what will happen? Yeah, this drone drilling is insanely good here. So, while the Zerg has been disrupted here, not much have been achieved by this attack. And now he's just sending more zealots into their deaths. So, the thing is, now the number of hydralisks is still relatively low because of the sunken colonies have to be built, and I guess the micro stopped the macro from going well, which is good. The question is, will we have enough cannons here? There's still only a single cannon. Yeah, you need to stop them on the ramp. You need to stop them coming... I don't know. The ramp is the best for the zealots to have some surface area. Unfortunately, these hydralisks can abuse the buildings here, but I think this is enough zealots to do something here. The Zerglings will fall. Question is whether you can surround soul zealots versus speed hydras. Yeah, you can see that's not working out for the zealots. But the hydras still decide to run away, and one of them was damaged enough that did not matter. And it seems like Katja is not microing, and then if you are not microing, then yeah, the zealots can... Oh, these zealots did a lot better than I expected. And that hydra only needs to be hit once, maybe twice, because it will get some healing done by the time the zealots get close enough. Yeah, especially the zealots started to attack a different hydralisk. So at this point, you still only have 2 cannons. You need more cannons. You need to emergency cannon up at this point, because the Zerg is quite committed in this hydralisk game. We have the lair. Okay, so this hydra got surrounded. I guess economically the Protoss does quite well, so 35 probes. We're still on Okay, 3 gateways, and then Templar Archives and both the Stargate is being made. The Zealots, still slow Zealots. It's just, I guess Katja did not expect that Monster Truck would just do this with the slow Zealots, and did not focus on microing the Hydras. But now it's at the ramp. Yeah, the Zealots got confused and going up one by one. That is not good. So now the Zealot speed has finished, so now the Zealots can run away, I guess. This was an anti-timing, he went out just before getting Zealot speed done, and I was not looking at the production tab, checking the Zealot speed. But we have the Psi Storm started, and if we'll have enough Templars up here, which I don't see any signs of Templars being made, then yeah, I guess not having cannons but having Psi Storm is good. What is this guy doing over here? Okay, I guess he's just checking. There is no money for expansion at this point. And if you had money for expansion, that should be spent on gateways. At this point, 3 gateways is not going to make it. Okay, now you can see the speed zealots. This is a little different than what we've seen before with the slow zealots. Like, they chase the Hydras quite effectively. Monster Truck needs to get some more upgrades. Zerg is still not upgraded. He is going for the missile attacks and getting 9 Mutalisks. So that will be the problem here. 9 Mutalisks, and we don't have any Corsairs. We don't have any defensive cannons. So what has to be done here is the Protoss needs to put so much pressure on the Zerg that the Hydralisks cannot attack into his base. Trying to go up on this ramp is not good. There is another ramp, you know, there is another ramp. Zealots are... Okay, now the Zealots are upstairs, and now... Okay, there is actually a Corsair. Okay, so now he knows that there are... what are these? Mutalisks. But now these Zealots will be killed. Okay, these cannons... Okay, these 2 cannons will help out the Corsair, and the Mutalisks are not being microed. So I guess these 2 Mutalisks are dead. For nothing. That is good for our Protoss player. 3 cannons there, 2 cannons here. So I guess he bought enough time with this Zealot attack, and also with this Corsair that I did not see that was already there, that he could significantly take out the teeth of this Mutalisk attack. Of course, the Scourge hit the one of the Corsairs, the other Corsair is also very low. We only have a single Corsair here. Okay, but this is not that many Mutalisks. So the photon cannons will be able to abuse these Mutalisks. The Mutalisks try to fight the buildings here, but the 2 Corsairs... Okay, the Mutalisks are not like clumped together, so I guess that is not good for the Corsairs' point of view. The splash damage does not hurt them that much. Now, is he trying to snipe? Oh, the storm kills the Corsair, but then the Mutalisks walk back into the storm, and now they have such a low health that a few hits will damage them a lot. And hidden base, so he was not joking when he put that probe over there. And those are very hurt mutas, they cannot fight. The drones got accidentally pulled here, I guess that was the rally point. Oh, these Mutalisks are very low. Oh no, oh. Okay, so luckily the Hydras were hitting... Okay, but the Corsair got also hit. The Corsair is also very low. Now, do you spend a storm on this? Yeah, I guess you could spend a storm on this, that would be good. Yeah, having these guys at the ramp... Oh, is he going to try to snipe? Oh, are these Hydralisks who are rallied up the ramp here? Okay, so Zerg is going on 4th base. This base is relatively well defended, I guess. But the best defense is that it's security by obscurity. Okay, so will Monster Truck try to expand here on the low ground? Also, I guess if he puts down Nexus here, then Katja will be not looking for another expansion, I think. Because, like, having an expansion here, that makes all the sense in the world. I guess having an expansion here or here would be also okay, but those are already being scouted. Okay, so now the Zerg is actually massing his units here. Is he going to try to... Is this just for an attack or like defending this fourth? Yeah, I guess it is just a staging ground for some other... for a move out. They don't see each other yet. Okay, so the Mutalisks will try to... No, I don't know what are these Mutalisks doing. There's still Hydralisks being rallied to the wrong place. I guess this double storm absolutely did not worth it, but the Templars have more storms. So I guess you can move out. The Zerg has a lot of minerals. I guess Katja has some trouble spending, while... Okay, so yeah, this is a good idea to put those buildings there. Do we have additional armor? No. Then why didn't the Mutalisks kill that Templar easier? Okay, now the Protoss is surrounded. Now we need the storms. But what are these guys doing? Oh, double... Okay, so this is not bad, but also not that good. You need to storm better here. Okay, that was an okay storm. And now... Where are we running? Oh, the Hydralisk forces are now very weak. But also, the Protoss does not have much a large amount of units left. I guess this Mutalisk can be killed by the Dragoon if the Dragoon keeps shooting, but the Dragoon decides to run for his life. Yeah, Monster Truck put down this pylon here. Is Katja feeling like, oh, I'm very good, I'm on 4 base versus the Protoss Protoss cannot get on into the 3rd base, I guess. That might be the thought process. Or does he think the Protoss is already out? Okay, he's looking for hidden expansions. We still don't... Oh, DTs, alright. DTs being made at the hidden base. Yeah, I think you can attack... Like, this is not that big of an army. Problem is the Protoss is out of Corsairs. But is... Okay, Lurkers are being made. Oh no, Lurker aspect is just being researched at this point. So it is good that the Protoss has units. Oh, this Ling did not get mugged by the DT. We have 3 gates here not producing at the moment. Okay, the probe went down and then came back. You could put down a pylon and a cannon here if you were like really paranoid about it, I guess. This DT could... Like, if you put a DT here, then that could stop, like, scouting Lings. Okay, so the Protoss moves out. The Hydralisks come trying to mug the Templars. These Templars have no energy. This Templar still has energy, but that gets sniped. So, oh no, this is not good. I guess a few Zealots go down here. I don't know, where the hell are they running? Why are they just running? Are they trying to distract the Zerg? Or is the Protoss player distracted? Few Zealots can rake some havoc here, but... yeah, the Protoss spent its army on... I guess not much. These Hydras are running into their deaths, trying to snipe the Templar, and they sniped the Templar, and now they also killed the... Okay, these Zealots can stop them! Yeah, kill them all! Yes, very nice. Zealots surrounding the... Okay, now the Protoss is taking a 4th base. So, does the Zerg still think the Protoss is on 2 bases? I mean, the Protoss army is still not big. So if you are a Zerg player thinking, oh, this Protoss is still on 2 bases. But now this Hydralisk will fly in here and see what's going on. But then it flies into the cannons, so... Yeah, these cannons will finish, but this is a huge Zerg army coming. Oh, I guess they won't finish. But The Hydralisks were sent with the move command, so I guess they got stuck on the Zealots. Yeah, these are dead. Cancel this. You need to cancel this Nexus. He did not cancel the Nexus. Yeah, this base is like adequately defended, I guess, especially if he can send his forces down, which he is doing. The Protoss is sending reinforcements. Templars they need some more time for the energy. They need energy. Okay, almost there. Okay, so now we have a storm. Now you have the storm energy. You have the storm energy. You can storm this. You need to storm this. Oh no, he's not storming. The are dead, and the Zealots are not going down. Why are the Zealots not going down? They have storm. They have storm. These guys have storm. Okay, so that is a problem. The Nexus is dead. This Nexus did not have to die. There were 2 Templars there with storm. Very big mistake from the Protoss player, who almost had 4 bases and now bases back to 2. And the main is of course totally mined out. The natural is nearly mined out. And we have no workers here, so you cannot rebuild the Nexus. Like tiny armies are skirmishing. I guess the Protoss found this Zerg base, but there is a friggin' lurker over there that just mugs the Zealots. Very sad. This Protoss 3rd base shouldn't have died. And now, what is this probe doing? Where are you go? Oh no, the probe fights a Hydralisk. Okay, so now the Templars are here. Will they cast some good storms? Oh, these are amazing storms. So you need to send the probe to build the Nexus. But of course the probe is dead. Now this Templar is trying to run away with like 5 health left or 4. Now this is the Zerg has this now. I don't see a way for the Protoss. Like the army is very small. The Zerg also did not spend the money properly. That is GG is called, and Katja Kean takes the first game here. Very well played, very I guess interesting game, a lot of twists and turns, and both players made some mistakes, but the biggest mistake was from, unfortunately, Monster Truck losing his hidden 3rd base when he had the 2 Templars there that could have cast the 2 storms, that could have killed the Hydralisks before the cannons died. So that was very sad for me to see. Next map is going to be Eclipse, which hope the game will eclipse the previous one. This is a more Protoss favored map, I guess, if we go by the Nice Micro Leauge history here. Well, I don't know how much that matters here. This is 2-player map, top right, bottom left, and we've seen, I guess, exactly 3 Zerg vs Protoss games on this one, and I played 2 of them, I think. I don't know what was the 3rd one. Anyways, so let's get into this game. Let's see how it goes on a 2-player map. We've seen the 3-player map. Now it's a 2-player map. Can Monster Truck equalize the score here versus Katja Kean in the semifinal of the 6th season of Nice Micro Leauge? Let's see. Okay, Katja Kean is in the bottom left position and Monster Truck starts in the top right. So, on this map, you can do some interesting things. I guess. Yeah. But you should start with the same kind of idea here with an expansion. Forge expense or gate expense should not matter that much. What is this drone doing? Going out very early. I guess drone scouts, because the Overlord takes a lot of time to go across the whole map. You can like do some kind of forge and what cannon rush type of build here, if you are so inclined. The Zerg, it seems like going for 12 hatchery, 12 hatch build, I guess. What, a second drone is going out? His drone scout is in here, and we still no gateway, nothing. This drone scout, oh, this is going to be a Nexus first build, of course. Yeah, I guess the Zerg has no spawning pool, so why not Nexus first? Oh, but the scouting probe died, and okay, those 3 drones lost like, I don't know, 16 minerals here, not mining. It's not that it matters on this level. Both of our players are playing around 150 APM, which is surprising to me. I thought Katja Kean's APM would be much higher than Monster Truck's. Okay, the Forge goes down. The Zerg is going for a very quick 3-base play here. And what else can we say? There's still no spawning pool, which is okay. The Protoss does not have a gateway either. So everyone is only producing workers and bases, I guess. So you don't need to put down, put down the gateway first, because no, like, he does not know that there is no spawning pool, but he will see it very soon. That the spawning pool just started. Very late spawning pool, but why not? What? He cancelled the gateway, accidentally cancelled the gateway when he just wanted to cancel the cannon. That's very bad. That is very bad, actually. The Zealots will be so very late. What is this drone doing? This drone needs to figure out if there will be a spire. Drone will find this 3rd base. Will it try to cannon rush this? You could cannon rush this 3rd base. You could put a pylon here. Will the Zerg realize if you cannon rush the 3rd base? I don't know. Okay, so the first cannon has been built, and now the spawning pool is ready. The Zerglings are being made. Yeah, he's not putting down a cannon. I don't know. Against Katja Kean, that would be... I would probably risk it, because why not? Like, it's doing something silly is the way to win versus someone who's much better than you. Only if it works out, of course. But if you don't do anything silly, like just playing a regular game... Okay, maybe... Yeah, maybe the cannon, like, maybe this friggin' creep would have already been there by the time you can put down the cannon, so... That might have been a very bad idea from my point of view, but Hydralisk then is then... And the Protoss did not see it. And why is the Cyber Core here? Like, this would be a prime real estate to put down a few more cannons versus Hydralisks. Okay, Stargate is started. Are we making Hydralisks already? No, it's still just Hydra Speed, about halfway done. Few Zerglings here and there. We have a single Zealot and I guess one more in the queue. Why is the Cybernetic core here? I have no idea. Come on, ladies. My Grandma plays StarCraft better than this and she's dead. Welcome Darius to the chat, and this is, I guess, one of the comments I received on the live stream. Okay, so we are starting to have some Hydralisks. The Protoss does not know about the Hydralisks yet. The first Corsair is just being produced. More Hydralisks are being rallied down to the natural. Yeah, now they can start moving up. I guess they don't. The Protoss still has no clue what's going on. I still have no idea what this Cybernetics core is doing here. Okay, it's another hatchery building some kind of sim city. The Corsair needs to run around and see what's going on. Yeah, this cannon, this Muta cannon is not good. Okay, he hides the Citadel there. I don't know what is going on with the building placement in Monster Truck's base, but maybe that's just my lack of knowledge. Is this inside the Russia? I don't know how insights from StarCraft work in the Russia-Ukraine war. No wonder Putin is losing. He sucks at StarCraft as well. I don't know. I have never played versus Putin, but maybe he has an alias when he plays StarCraft online. Okay, so I guess the Corsair gets into the base, but by this time, like Katja already showed, his Hydralisks, we have a bunch of cannons being made. Zealots will harass these Hydralisks. If we talk about StarCraft and war, I know that in the early notice, like at the beginning of the year of 2000s, there was some like border skirmish between North Korea and South Korea, and this is a nice attack from Katja, but he lost a lot of Hydralisks. Now we need to rebuild more pylons, and we need to have, or not pylons, we need more cannons, and we need pylons. We need additional pylons. Okay, these Hydralisks run in, and there's not enough Hydralisks to achieve much. New cannon will be up in, not in time, but this cannon will fall. Now the other Hydralisks are also running very close here, because this Hydralisk can die very soon. So when the North Koreans, like, they shelled some island that was under South Korean control and killed a few people there, and then, oh no, the Templar! That's bad. Yeah, cancel the Templar on the queue here. And the South Korean public was like very much angry and like, how can we respond to this? And the president had to remind people that real life is not StarCraft. So you don't just send your units into battle just to die. Like this poor zealot here, like he just runs out and then runs home and then dies. Yeah. I guess that's life. The Hydra bus did not succeed, but we have the forge and the gateway unpowered. Do we have a secondary forge? Yes, we have. We have a lot of gateways up there. And now the Protoss could put a pylon here and like a cannon over there to add some difficulty to this this game. Once I was practicing versus, I guess, one of the friends of Doraj, and he told me after 2 games that he's not practicing with me anymore because he's tired of playing laggy cannon defense. Okay, the Zealots managed to get the Hydralisk aggroed into the cannons, which is good. Yeah, I think I remember putting like a pylon and a cannon or 2 up here. I don't remember what was that game. Maybe that wasn't even me. Alright, so let's see, like we have 4 gateways and the 5th is being, we did not check the Zerg base for a while, so Lair is being made at the 3rd base for some reason. And are we having lurkers or something? I don't see lurkers. But this is still... The Hydralisks are still trying to achieve something here. Do we have storms yet? I guess he did not have enough energy for that. There is a Dawn of War Definitive Edition coming up. That is... So Darius, I have to guess that you're talking about Warhammer there. There are no Terran Marines in this game because we play Protoss versus Zerg here. The Terran Marines, I guess those are similar somewhat to the Marines from... the Space Marines from the Warhammer something. Okay, so this Protoss contingent is trying to go out. I don't know what Warhammer faction would you like compare the Protoss to. Okay, so is the Zerg evolving some upgrades? Not yet. It's just staging a lot of Hydralisks around this little pond here. The Protoss has +1 attack and upgrading shield, no, upgrading armor and I guess Dragoon range here. And we have the Zealot speed. Very good. Zealot speed is a very important upgrade. So Zealots and the Templar... Okay, the Templars are getting a bit slow. The Templars are slow. Okay, that was a very subpar storm, and now all the Zealots are fighting somewhere else, and the Templars are here, but okay, that one storm can kill, like if the Hydralisks are not moving, one storm can kill a few of them. Okay, so we will start to have observers very soon. The Protoss, I think, will have to get, like, think about getting a third base at this point of the game. I don't know, like, what is this army trying to achieve? This is very small to, like, bust the Zerg main base. You could, like, definitely use this to roam the map and kill a few Hydralisks. Now we have Dragoons with the army, then at least they can harass the overlords. Where is this probe? The probe is trying to sneak out an expansion at the bottom right. That is not where you usually put your third base. So I guess this is a very sneaky Protoss play. What are the Protoss anyway? The Protoss would be Tau. I guess Protoss are like the guys who listen to Elon Musk too much and put too many brain implants into their bodies and became half mechanic. And then started to believe in some gods. I don't know. Okay, so there is a big clump of High... Oh, Mutalisks are incoming for your High Templars. That's bad. Nothing to stop the Mutalisks to snipe the Templars. And I guess they achieved some divine power while the Zerg is just massing a bunch of biomechanical, I guess not much mechanical in this, but just biological warfare, biological units. Okay, what are a lot of... So the Zerg is very much all in this Hydralisk build, with the Mutalisks only serving the purpose of sniping Templars, which purpose was achieved very successfully. Like, this army composition does not beat the Hydralisks. Like, you cannot beat the Hydra army with just Dragoons and Zealots. You need splash damage, which could be a Reaver, but Templar is much better for that purpose. Yeah, some Templars are coming down, but they still don't have energy. So without energy, the Templars are not that good. I guess you could say that. Okay, so now this whole Hydralisk contingent is going to come down here, but the cannons on the high ground are finished. But the Hydralisks will also climb up the ground. I don't know, can you put cannons here, or is this like unbuildable terrain? Why is the cannon so much back? Please, like, there. Okay, now Hydralisks are here. Can you storm them? Yeah, you don't storm... Oh no, he stormed them behind. The place behind them. Okay, now the lurkers are here. But we have observers. We have... what are these? Dragoons. But first of all, yeah, you need some good storms. Oh no, this guy is dead. The problem is that unit control is not that good on the Protoss side, unfortunately. That was an acceptable storm, but now your Templars are dead again. Zerg started a 4th base here, not mining yet. Some Hydralisks run into the cannons to die. And these pylons just somehow survived everything. Yeah, this is like 5 cannons. You need like put down a gateway here. Gets. Oh no, he's mined out on the natural. When is my birthday? It's going to be very long until my birthday comes. Can you transfer all these? Oh no, there's a lurker over there! Okay, the probes actually just outrun the spines, so that's fine. And like 2 Hydralisks, they just follow the probes and then die. That's good. Yeah. Die, Hydras come, I guess. Zealous decided to like run into this for some reason. Now Zealots are also deciding to run into this. Now of course the Protoss has plenty of problems here. The detection needs Dragoons versus the Lurkers, needs the Storms. Like without the Storms you're nothing here, unfortunately. Now at least the big amount of these guys got transferred over there. What was the Hydal or the Mutalisk shooting at? I don't know, like are these probes just going to die? Going out to like euthanize themselves? The Zerg 4th base is up, still not mining. This base is just being like occupied, so the Protoss cannot go there. The Protoss do not have anything to go there with anyways. And like this one, like you need a storm on this, like there is like no amount of I guess like if you have a fully maxed out army against this, then you can kill it with Dragoon and Zealot. But now without an observer, when you have hidden units underground. Okay, now it's the... Is the sound going wrong or is it just my freaking earphone? I don't know. Did Linux decide that this is too much of too many like sounds of dead Hydralisks? Too much of the sound of the dead Hydralisks. Do we have... Okay, we have a gateway here. This should produce a few Templars, just in case. Templars or maybe even like a Dark Archon would be nice here. If anything wants to come up the ramp, put some nice... not stasis. What is that called? The Dark Templar ability. Yeah, this is good. This is what you have to do. The Dragoons come out and then also the Templars are behind them. So when the Hydras come in, you can storm the Hydras. You need to storm the Hydras, come on. Not the one Hydralisk, you need to storm where there's a lot of them. The problem is that everything is happening in front of the Protoss natural. So Protoss is still boxed in, even though he killed like 3 Lurkers here, so weakened the Lurker contain. The Zerg army is still here. Am I a Paleozoic kid? I don't know what that means. I was born in the autumn under very bad weather conditions, I guess. 4 Templars get sniped by like 4 Hydralisks die in the process. That's very good for the Zerg. And now Lings are coming in. I don't even know like how... What? 1-2 upgrades on the Zerg units. What about the Protoss 1-1? You need to constantly upgrade your army. Need to keep your Templars alive. Okay, what does the Zerg have? I guess 1,800 minerals and 6 bases very soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's just 5 actually. But like the Zerg army is here. And the Protoss army does not exist. The Dragoons walk forward, there is no detection. Do we not have observer range? And now again the Hydras come and snipe the Templars. Like exchanging 5 or 6 Hydras for 3 Templars is absolutely perfect. The Protoss could have put like 2 cannons up here just to make it easier for the Templars to run to cover. The cannons kill the Hydras much faster than Dragoons. 2 Templars died in these Lurker Spines, so... Yeah, the Protoss is out of minerals, basically. This base is still mining. It's one base mineral production. So there's one DT sneaking out, but there is an Overlord up there. And a large amount of Hydralisks, so... Yeah, GG is called. Katja Kean takes the second game. Did you hatch from a hard shell, egg, or soft shell? Yeah, I hatched from a soft shell egg and then had to swim into the ocean to in the autumns of the Jurassic. I had to, like, what are the turtles doing? Like, hatch from the soft shelled egg and then have to, like, race into the sea while all the predators are trying to eat them or something. Yeah, if this was how I was born, I wouldn't be here, that's for sure. I was not a quick kid, I guess. Third game on Troy. So, Troy, which was named as the Thinking Man's map by Tapirello. So, we'll see how it goes. 2-2 Zerg versus Protoss in the history of the Nice Micro Leauge. And so, this is time for Monster Truck to really do something here, get a victory, because next game is going to be 76, and I have no idea what else is going to go on 76. So Troy also has some features, so this is the map where you can make islands out of certain bases by destroying certain buildings. So let's see if Monster Truck came up with a plan for this map that helps him defeat Katja Kean here. Alright, let's get into the game. Let's go. Alright, so we have the Protoss player Monster Truck on the bottom right position, the Zerg player Katja Kean on the top right position, and yeah, the Overlord is going down in the correct direction. I guess this is where the, like, toward, as I learned recently from Katja Kean himself, is scouting towards the natural, like, these two bases, their naturals face each other, and then, so if he goes this way, the Overlord will see anything quicker, and of course, yeah, you need to start with an expansion as Protoss in PvZ, and this is a very early spawning pool. I think this was a 9 pool. Should have paid some attention to that. I guess they paused the game in the meantime without saying PPP. Very bad manner. And now he's even not getting an Overlord. Just doing a gas trick to get another drone out. Interesting. Okay, so the Protoss is also going to the north, so they will find each other. And this is a gateway expand. Is it going to be a double gate expand? Are we going to see 2 gateway? Yeah, double gate expand. Okay, how will that work out? I have no idea. So finally an Overlord is being made. Later, middle or early Jurassic. Well, I don't know which... I forgot a lot about my dinosaurs. Which dinosaurs were the early and middle and late early Jurassic? I don't know. Alright, so... will this be an expansion? Yeah, the Protoss the probe did not stop this expansion. He's like, oh no, I wanted you to stop this expansion, but now 6 Zerglings are out. 6 Zerglings kill the probe. We only have a single Zealot. We don't have the... the Psi. I guess we have the Psi now to start another gateway. Yeah, Psi used, Psi provided. Now, one Zealot defeat 6 Lings? Can 6 Zerglings defeat a pylon? Okay, the micro is not that good. We have 4 damage Zerglings and a dead pylon. Oh no, the Zealots! They literally needed a fraction of a second to finish. I don't know how you like come back from this double gate expand. This was literally a case where it... Yeah, these probes should have been here much earlier. And I guess now the Zerglings are upgraded, so they... Or not? I don't know. Are the Zerglings this quick anyways? So... Katja takes the 3rd game very quickly. And now we go into 76, which... I don't have any predictions. Zerg won on more than Protoss, I guess. What was the Protoss who won versus Zerg here? I don't know. I know Monster Truck lost on this map versus Geras in his first game. Darius says he doesn't know about the Jurassic. He has Wikipedia open. That's cheating. Alright, 76. Can Monster Truck pull himself up by his bootstraps and take 1, 2, and then 3 games of Katja? I just really hope he did not get absolutely demoralized by the last game on Troy. I mean, let's see how they do on 76, the more weird of the 2 weird maps. I guess Troy was the one of the weird maps. 76 is the more weird of the weird maps. And, okay, we get into the game right now. Might be the last game, might be just another, or might be the start of Monster Truck's road to victory. Let's go. Alright, so Monster Truck in the top right, Katja in the bottom right position, and I guess, well, these are all host nations, interesting. So, these are also hallucinated, so they will disappear. So Monster Truck is trying to push the probe through. I don't know if he saw my game versus Geras here and just decided he can do it better than I did. Maybe. Okay, the pylon is in the main base, which is I guess it makes sense on this base if you expand here. Do you want to do quick expand? What do you want to do here as... Okay, the Zerg actually just expanded to the natural, which does not have gas. And I know Katja saw the game I played versus Geras here, so he knows there is no gas there because we talked about it. He was my co-host on that stream. Okay, so what is the Zerg strategy here? What is the Protoss strategy? Just can Nexus first? I guess. Without even scouting. But the drone scout will come up. We'll see there's nothing. Nowhere. There's nothing anywhere. Now this is the time he can put down the gateway. Yeah, okay, so the spawning pool is like 1/4, 1/3 of the way done already. But yeah, I don't know. What, like, Monster Truck can put a single Zealot here to stop any units coming in, coming out. Of course, that single Zealot, the Zergling will come single file, I guess, so that will take a lot of Zerglings to kill a Zealot that way. The probe is also scouting in the wrong direction. Just like this Overlord, but this Overlord got redirected now. And the spawning pool is almost done. We're going for the extractor here. Yeah, the probe just stands on this thing over there. Second pylon. Zealot is being made. The problem with this, yeah, so if you take this base, I guess you need to expand early, because like you cannot transfer the probes here, so you need to make all the probes on location. If you expand, so you don't really fast expand versus Zerg. This is single Zergling. Yeah, third base is on another main. So our Zerg player decided to just do an expansion on this natural, because now, of course, here you can produce ground units that can, like, but Hydralisks can pass through this ramp. It's the Zerg, the Protoss is in trouble with that, because Dragoons cannot go down there. So in this case, what should be the build for the Protoss? When I played versus Garrus, I did not prepare for this map at all. So I did not think it through what to do versus Zerg on this map as Protoss, and I am as clueless at this point as I was then. So, Hydralisk speed. So Katja decided, okay, do what always worked. Hydralisk. I don't know if Hydralisk will work on this map. Like, how, like, Hydralisks can go up here single file. That's true. What if the Protoss just puts like 5 cannons up there? How do you attack the other base with Hydralisks? Did this probe get into the main base? It got hurt, but I don't really know what is the strategy here on both sides. Double Stargate makes sense if you believe this is going to be a Mutalisk game from the... Maybe this is just that mind game that, oh, the Protoss is going to go against Mutalisks, so I'm not going to build Mutalisks. Do we even have Forge? We don't even have a friggin' Forge at this point. You need a Forge, I think. So one of the gases has been taken here. Is it going to be Hydra drop? Lurker drop? What is the game here? Okay, range is being evolved. The probe wants to go out, I guess, so the Zealots had to make way. Did we start a Forge finally? Yes. Okay, you need a Forge even if you have Corsairs, because it's a good idea to protect your Corsairs against the Scourge. Okay, so he does not take the third gas at this point. Zerg second base is done, so you need to... Zerg on one gas. It is... Now the Protoss can see there is Hydralisks. Is he going to... Like, I need to put down... Can you put down a cannon over here? Only 2 Zealots, though. So maybe this will actually work out for Katja, because just the cannons are very late. We basically have 0 Zealots. Like, I mean, 2 Zealots are not 0, but you know what I mean. These cannons will not finish by the time the Zealots die. The first cannon is almost done, and we have a bunch of... Oh no. I thought going for Hydras is stupid on this map, but it turns out Katjakin's mind games were as correct as it gets. And now the probes are not fighting. GG. Katjakin takes it 4-0. What a monster. Yeah, Katjakin, he just knew that Monster Truck is going to be prepared for a game versus mid-late, and Monster Truck only made 2 zealots, and the fort was late, the cannon was very late. I don't know. One cannon should have been there from the beginning, I think. That would have been the difference between life and death in this situation. You can like start the second and the third cannons while you are protecting your main with the first cannon, I guess, and the 2 zealots. Or maybe like just have a little more. Yeah. Anyways, Katja was very smart. He did not do what he should have done. He did what he thought his opponent is not prepared against. So, Jim Raynor versus Katja is going to be our finals, and they can play this anytime they want, of course, but I hope they don't play it too early, because I want to schedule the grand finals as the last game of the Nice Micro Leauge. So of course, congratulations to Katja for getting into the finals, and of course we will still have a bronze match for Monster Truck where he can I guess play another Protoss versus Zerg against Kestrel, who is also quite high ranking player, even though it's not as high as Katja at this point. And yeah, I know that we will have Hasta La Vista versus Zorro for, what is it, 5th and 6th places, similar ranks, I guess we could say, but these are not updated yet with their last results. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's it for today. Yeah, Topinello versus Nice Micro, that will also be a game sometime. And as I said, we are still waiting for Kovi versus OK Sure, which will not be done maybe in 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Anyways, this was a much shorter series than I was expecting. I was expecting a little longer, but like Katja is one of the best players of the Nice Micro Leauge, so I am not that surprised that he got into the finals, where he will be able to play against his old roommate, I guess, Jim Raynor. And yeah, this is it for today. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah.